Hey guys, Amber from Advance Horsemanship here. Today we're going to be talking about how to teach the laydown, guest starring my 10-year-old miniature horse, Mr. Wilson. He is pretty new to the laydown. He's had, I think, 3 to 5 sessions total, and you're going to get to see how we work through teaching that. So as we're starting to think about teaching the laydown, we want to kind of mimic how horses would go and lay down in their natural environment. What horses naturally want to do is they want to drop their head low, maybe paw on the ground a little bit. So then they'll collect their hind feet up. They might do a little spin circle at the walk, just kind of collecting those hind feet up, looking for the perfect place to drop. They might not. But then once the hind feet are collected up, then the front feet will break over at the knee and they'll lay down. We're going to go ahead and try to mimic that a little bit. And I'm going to start with a single belly tap and a little bit of added pressure from the lead rope to ask him to lower his head. So we're going to do one single belly tap, a little bit of pressure. Good boy. He dropped his head, so I'm going to release there and give him some scratches. Good boy. We're just going to do that a couple of times for good measure. And I'm not adding a ton of pressure on the lead rope, just a slight little couple ounces of pressure to ask him to lower his head. So we're going to do one single belly tap, ask for the head to lower, release, good boy. And he wanted to pull his head up right away there. And because he seems to have this pretty good, I'm going to see if he'll kind of keep his head there a little bit next time. So I'm going to keep that little bit of pressure there in case he tries to pull his head up. So we're going to do one single belly tap, ask him to lower his head. See right there, I caught him and asked him to just stay there a minute. Now I'm just going to wait on him. Release. Good boy. So now that we kind of got the head down, now we're going to start thinking about bringing the hind feet forward to the front feet. So I'm going to start with the head down cue, and then I'm going to go to tapping him on the hind feet to ask him to collect them up to his front feet. If he goes to walk forward, I'm going to add a little bit of backwards pressure on the lead rope just to ask him to slow his feet down just a hair and stay in one place. I don't want him blowing past me. I just want him to think about bringing those hind feet up to the front feet. So I'm going to do one single belly tap, ask him to lower the head, ask him to keep his head there, then tap this left hind foot. He brought it forward just a hair, and I'm going to release there. Good boy. Now I'm not looking for that hind foot to come forward by an astronomical amount. I'm just looking for it to come forward even a couple of centimeters. Once again, single belly tap, ask for the head to come down. Ask for that hind left and that hind right. Now I'm going to wait here, and I'm going to bring him out of the trick before he commits to it, so that way he doesn't get stressed and go, oh my gosh, in case he were to be like, actually, I'm not quite comfortable laying down. Also, I don't want to lay him down directly on the rail in the off chance that he goes to roll over and gets cast. So I'm going to do a little reset here, and I'm going to take him for a little walk just to give him a little break and say that was a good job you did there, and give him that release. And the reason why we start this on the wall is to take away a couple of the answers they can give us, because when you naturally start this with a horse, they might get a little dancy and a little bit upset about the whip pressure or the halter pressure and not exactly sure of what you want. So if you put them against a wall, you're limiting kind of some options of them moving away from you. But once you get them better with collecting up and you're at the point where they're about to lay down, then you'll move off the rail so that way they don't lay down and cast themselves. So we're going to start head down, hind feet up. I'm going to tap that right hind, ask for that right hind again. Good. Left hind, right hind, left hind, release. Good boy. So I want to make a note right there. Every time he gets close to laying down, I'm asking him to come out of the cue. So I have an out cue for the trick. So that way I can say, hey, release, done, good job. You don't need to try any harder. My release cue is up by the withers. Pick whatever works best for you. So now, as we're ready to lay down off the rail, I'm going to bring him just off the rail a bit here. So I'm going to go for the real lay down now for the whole deal. And I don't want him to get stuck on the rail. So if he wants to move away, that's okay. I'm just going to ask him to come back over. Say, excuse me. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Good boy. So now we're going to ask for the head down again. Single belly tap, head down. Tap left hind, right hind. I'm going to wait, tap the back of the front legs, release. Good boy. Now we're not going to stay in this trick long because I don't want him to jump out without me asking for him to come up. So I'm going to be very clear about when I want him to get up. I'm going to give him all the scratches, then I'm going to cue him up. Good boy. Good job. And that's how you teach the lay down. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something. You can follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. We'll catch you in the next video.